Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Ravi's legacy lives on through his family. Is this ministry or profit? Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. um, the late Ravi Zacharias was a world famous apologist in the Christian world. He was worldwide known. And later, what would, of course, come out was he was involved in multiple business. One of them was a massage business. He had, I guess, massage parlors, um, multiple massage parlors. Okay, so, all right. But it was through that where he was accused of sexually abusing multiple women. Okay? Now, after his death in May of 2020, this revelation came out and it, of course, toppled his ministry. But his family, at first, the ministry tried to thrive after his death until the revelation came out. And what I want to kind of talk about is these big ministries, how these big ministries operate. His daughter, as you see here on the right, is trying to use his legacy to establish her own platform. I'll get back to that in a moment. But oftentimes, when you have these big ministries, and we oftentimes are led to believe that these are ministries of the Lord, these are men of God, called by God, and these are God's ministry. And the reality is that these are just big businesses. My opinion, most of these big television ministries, these big worldwide ministries, are nothing more than profit-making entities. They exist to make money. And you could go all the way back to even the very beginnings of these ministries, how they were formed, how these ministries grew, the methods by which they grew these ministries. Was it the Lord? They would say, yes, the Lord blessed our ministry. In reality, it was marketing. They used marketing principles. And like marketing principles, you have to have a product. You have to have a delivery method of the product. The product usually is their gift, their oratorial gift. In Ravi's case, his apologetics. And then it was the way he would deliver his apologetics that made him popular. Now, let me just say this. I'm not here to judge his eternal soul. That is between him and God. And I don't, again, what I'm looking at here is the fruit of his ministry. And let me also say this, as Jesus warned, he said we would know them by their fruit. He did not say we would know them by their works. And that is the flip-flop that we as Christians do. We glorify well-known ministers because of their work, how big their ministries are. If you think about it, a pastor who has 200 members is less esteemed than a pastor who has 20,000. That's just the way it goes. And oftentimes what we find is that these ministries are family dynasties. Not really the true Lord's ministry. They're family dynasties. They are owned by the family. They are controlled by the family. And the money stays in the family. Now, in the case of Ravi Zacharias, who died, and then later, shortly after his death, the bad press, the revelation of the sexual abuse, that began to hurt the bottom line. In short, it hurt the money. And so now they were losing money. When they come to find out, that he was abusing women, obviously people stopped supporting the ministry. Now, what is also interesting, though, that after his death, how they were perpetuating the ministry. Now, this happens all the time. Just think about a lot of the famous ministers who have died. Why do you think that they still sell the ministers' tapes, their books, right? It's making money. Now, obviously, they would say, oh, but you're wrong, Lynn, you're wrong. They're continuing the word of God. No, they're selling books. They're selling tapes. They're selling merchandise. See. Now, his daughter, Ravi Zacharias' daughter, Naomi's daughter, just happened to kind of fall under the bad press that her father left. I want to read an excerpt from an article written by Julie Royce. I think she is an excellent journalist. She does a lot of excellent reporting on these kinds of issues. All right, so the title is Zacharias, family member using Ravi's platform to raise money for a new non-profit, written by Julie Royce. Now listen to this. Confident Ravi Zacharias' legacy will be restored, some Zachariah family members are using the late apologist's social media platform to raise money for a new nonprofit led by Ravi's daughter, Naomi Zacharias. For years, Naomi led Wellspring International, the humanitarian arm of Ravi Zacharias International Ministries. However, in the wake of revelation of her father's sexual abuse of women, RZIM closed Wellspring last March and ended Naomi's position, meaning the funds dried up. In March 2021, in a March 2021 Instagram post about her departure, Naomi complained of cancel culture and wrote, "Perhaps one day I will look back at this unanticipated turn and see a faint trace of wing shape, not in spite of, but through it." Now, Naomi's brother, Nathan Zacharias, has announced in a blog post the launch of Third Ladder, a new non-profit led by Naomi. In the post, Nathan states he believes one day my dad's actual legacy will be restored, and also tells of $60,000 matching grant donations. And then it says third ladder and encourage people to give. Now, here's the problem I have with this. One, the denial. They noticed she believed that his legacy would be restored. Well, that's maybe something she doesn't want, because his legacy has been damaged because of the revelation of his sexual abuse. Even his own ministry proved this. It is them who are denying. But I'm saying, why are they really holding on to this? And I say that they're holding on because it's money. Dad was money. Dad was making money. Now, although it could be a lot of the stuff too, fame and the perks of it, but the money. And even now, she's trying to use her disgraced father's legacy to start to build a new platform. That may be a mistake for her to do. See, I think she would just do better to just build a new platform. That whatever her vision and her dream, stop trying to use her father's platform, which they seem to be, the family, delusional over, to think that you're going to build upon a disgraced minister's platform. Why not just start afresh? just start afresh, Naomi. Okay, because there, he is too. He is too. Put it like this: he is damaged goods for sure. And unless you can say that even your father's own ministry, as well as all of the other women, are just flat out lying, why are you attempting to use his platform for this? But you see, I think oftentimes people live in this bubble, and it's sad to me that she's not facing truth. She's not facing reality. All right, guys, look, that is my perspective. Love to hear your opinions and thoughts. Add to the comments section below, and don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. Till next time, I'll see you then.